Write down on my calendar, number 88. YouTube live yoga routine number 88. Talk to the camera, fix my computer screen so I can see myself. And today we're going to start by sitting down into easy pose. So if you're on a mat, you're going to sit back on the end of the mat if you like, wherever you want. It doesn't matter. If you're not on a mat, then you sit wherever you like. And we're going to do easy pose. I'm going to go into a meditation. So I got to fix my curtain. Sorry. My new curtain that I got. It's all a process. It's all coming along. I know there's an echo, but it costs money to buy these panels that I need to put up so it doesn't make an echo. So I might get that next paycheck. Might not. Depends what I have to pay for bill-wise. But we're going to do the easy pose. We're going to move into these movements. So you're going to tilt the head, neck rolls, trunk rotations, spinal twists, these type of movements. And these movements are no longer movements when you focus on the breathing and then you're aware of the movements. That becomes a form of a moving meditation. So with that, you want to make sure the yoga routine is becoming a form of a moving meditation. And then we'll stand up, do the mountain pose, settle, because we stood up. So we're going to settle back down in our minds into mountain pose. And then we're going to do some salutations. So we're kind of doing this in a reverse way. We usually begin with some salutations, then we end in this position. But that's not what we're going to do today. We're going to do it backwards, right? Start your day off and just focus on the breathing. So I wish I could do other poses actually, but this camera I have to get a better camera. Limits what I can do with the yoga poses. So let's get the back straight. Hands are in front, the hands are to your knees. Maybe the hands are in your lap. Maybe you're leaning back because you have an issue with your back. Doesn't matter. Maybe you're on a wall, your back is against the wall. Wherever you are, just accept it. And just like I've been saying for how many, 88 routines, not every time, but most of the time, we're learning a mindset on the yoga mat. The mindset is acceptance. The mindset is to let go of judgment, whether it's judging yourself or judging others. Let go of the capital J judgment. Let go of trying to be somewhere. Just be in the moment. And to get there, you focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. And then when you focus on the breathing, your awareness heightens. You make sure aware of what's going on in the body. Make sure aware of maybe some tension in the shoulders you have or the neck. Make sure aware of something maybe in the lower back. Make sure aware of what's going on even outside. If the door is open, I'll open the door later. What's going on? But you're not focused on that stuff. You're focusing on the breathing. And the breathing is what links the mind and body together. And you can tilt the head to the right. Back is straight. Right ear's the right shoulder. Left shoulder's down. Shoulders are level as you can get them. And you're focusing on the breathing. So when you're focused on the breathing, you're aware of the stretch in the left side of the neck. But you're not focused on that. You're focusing on the breathing. And bring the right hand to the side of the head, let the weight of the arm bring the head down so you release the tension in the arm. You're not pulling down. Relax the arm. The weight of the arm brings the head down. The shoulders down. And you're focused on the breathing. Now, naturally, you might be pulling a little bit. If you are and you can't relax it, that's okay. Just try not to pull too much. Just focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Go ahead and release. Head back to center. Now you're going to tilt the head to the left. Left ear is to the left shoulder. Back is straight. Right shoulder's down. Focusing on the breathing. Which heightens your awareness. Makes you aware of the stretch on the right side of the neck. Might make you aware of something in the lower back. Might make you aware of something in the shoulder. Heightens your awareness. But you're not focused on that stuff. So that's the mindset. You're not focused on the issues or the problems. You're focusing on breathing. So left hand is to the side of the head. Let the weight of the arm bring the head down. So you relax the arm. That weight brings the head down. And if you're pulling a little bit, that's okay. Just don't pull too much. And the right shoulder's down. Again, you're not really trying to be somewhere. You settle in the pose and you focus on the breathing. Now I'm going to release, head back to center. Now tilt the head back. So you're not jarring the head back. The chin is going straight up. And just focus on the breathing. Very subtle movement, but very important. Because you focus on the breathing, heightens your awareness of the stretch, heightens your awareness of what's going on in the body. Sometimes we forget to focus on the subtle or aware of the subtle. Now take the knuckles, place them under the chin, pushing up. I'm going to release, head dropping down, chins to the chest, back straight, or as straight as you can get it. Still focusing on the breathing. Make sure you're aware of what's going on. Sometimes you start to think about other things, like what you're going to do during the day or whatever. When you realize you're thinking about other things, just bring your focus back to the breathing. That's natural. So don't judge it. Then you just focus back on the breathing. Those thoughts are not you. You're the thing that's watching the thoughts. Clasp the fingers together, so lock the fingers. Palms go to the back of the head. Let the weight of the arms bring the head down. So relax the arms. When you're pulling, try not to pull too much. You're not trying to be somewhere. You're letting go of the mindset of control. Letting go of the mindset of trying to be somewhere. Just accept it. I hear a dog. So go ahead. 5:40. So he barks around 5:40, 5:45. That's not my dog. It's some other buddy. Some other buddies. Someone else's dog. Can't speak. So heads back to center. Now neck rolls, drop the head to the right, down and around, head's dropping down, exhaling as the head goes up and back, you're inhaling. Now you're linking this movement with the breathing. This is even becoming a form of a moving meditation. So you focus on the breathing, heighten your awareness, make sure you're aware of what's being stretched as the head moves. Make sure you're aware of the movement. Make sure you're aware of what's going on in the body. Maybe you're aware of your knee. You have an issue with your knee. You're aware of that. Then head goes to the top. In reverse, head's dropping down, exhaling, head's going up, inhaling. So you're not focused on those things. So you're not focused on the knee. You're aware of it. You have an issue with the knee. You're aware of the lower back. You're aware of the movement. You're aware of what's being stretched. You're aware of the dog barking for me. You're aware of what's going on. Heightens your awareness. But you're not focused on that stuff. You're focusing on the breathing. Then when the head goes to the top, bring yourself to center. Shoulder shrug, shoulders to the ears, back, down, and around. Shoulders are going up. Inhaling, shoulders go back and down. Exhaling. Linking this movement with the breathing, focusing on the breathing. Now the shoulders go to the ears, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down, inhale as you go up. Linking the movement with the breathing. This movement is not just a movement, it's a form of a moving meditation. So the focus is different than just moving. And when the shoulders go to the ears, bring yourself to the center. Trunk rotations, dropping down to the right, down and around. Trunk goes down, the back is straight, and you're reaching out. And when you're coming up, you're inhaling. So you're going down, you're exhaling, coming up, inhaling, linking the movement with the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing, which heightens your awareness. Keep on repeating this because that's what's happening. But I want to make sure you realize, very important. Then when the trunk goes to the top, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down. Inhale as you go up. Focusing just on the breathing. When the trunk goes to the top, bring yourself to center. We're going to do a half spinal twist. So left hand's on the right knee. Right arm goes up. Think of the spine. Pull yourself up. Then you twist. Palm goes to the floor. So on the back. Arm is straight. It's against the back. The head is twisting. And you're just focused on the breathing. Now in this pose, when you inhale, the belly swells with air. So it pushes you out of the pose slightly. And then when you exhale, the belly goes in. You go back into the pose. It's a subtle movement. You're aware of the movement, but you're not focused on it. And make sure the head is twisting. And right release. Back to center. Now on the other side. Right hand's on the left knee. Left arm goes up. Think of the spine. Pull yourself up straight. Then twist. Palm goes to the floor. So on the back. Arm is straight. And it's against the back. The head is twisting. And you're focusing on the breathing. Again, when you inhale, the belly swells with air. So it pushes you out of the pose slightly. And then when you exhale, the belly goes in. You're aware of that movement, but you're not focused on it. And you're letting it happen. Just focus on the breathing and make sure the head is twisting. Sorry about my throat. I don't know what's up. I think it's what I ate last night. I've been allergic to it or intolerance. I have intolerance to something I ate. I'm going to go ahead and center my hands back to the knees. Maybe they're in the lap. Maybe you're leaning back. Maybe one knee's up. Maybe you're against the wall. Wherever you are, you want to settle, accept, get comfortable, and just focus on the breathing. Learning the mindset of acceptance. So if you're against the wall, that's fine. That's where you are. Because what we're doing here is just watching yourself breathe. So you're already breathing automatically. That's what you're doing automatically. So you're going to watch that. So when you inhale, the belly swells with air. When you exhale, the belly goes in. Watch that. Bring your focus to the tip of the nose. Watch the air go in and out. Now it's natural to watch yourself breathe and then start controlling it. Let go of the mindset of control and just let yourself breathe and just watch it. Then what happens over time, and with practice, you realize you're watching yourself breathe. You're the watcher. Capital W. You're watching. So you're watching your thoughts, watching yourself breathe. And even this pose is yoga. So yoga doesn't have to be the shoulder stand or the handstand. Those are good things. That's not yoga. Yoga is when the mind and body connects. Now we're going to go to mountain pose. So we're going to stand up. I'm going to open this door. I moved the light this morning a little bit so I can have the door open. But I can't do it too early because it's too dark outside. And then I have an umbrella light, so when it's turned, it flashes outside. And I have a neighbor right here. His window's right here. Tag. It's not his bedroom, but still a big light in his house. Should be doing yoga. Anyway, so we're going to go to mountain pose. Feet are shoulder width apart. Toes come up. Let's spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent. Hips are tilted. Arms are relaxed, so there's no tension in the arms or the shoulders. And then lengthen yourself up. What I do, I think of a piece of string going through my body, so I pull myself up. And then what you want to do is get the skeleton to stand. So get this bone to stand on this bone and make it all stand as if there was nothing but the skeleton. So you were just your skeleton. So all you were. So you're trying to stand the skeleton, no tension anywhere. And then just focus on the breathing. I should put my sleeves down. Now we're going to do 2 standard sun salutations, but we're going to stay in each pose a little bit longer than we usually do. What you want to do is just focus on the breathing. Bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart center. And when I push my arms out, up and back, my hands will disappear from the camera. That's how bad the camera is. I can't get my whole body without being too far back. But all I'm doing is the symbolic hand gesture. It's like this, symbolic hand gesture of the prayer. And if you need to go out, I go out some, or your palms can go like this. Do what you can. So push the arms out, up and back. Inhale. And then what you're going to do is exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back. Palms go to the calves. Elbows into the sides
of the legs. You're pulling yourself in and down, but you're only going to the spot right before you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle there, and just accept it. Don't judge it. Once you're settled, you're accepting it. So you might be up here. That's fine. Maybe you're just doing that. Settle, and then just accept it. If you're doing it so-called perfectly, you're all the way down and in, that's okay too. But just accept it. Let go of judgment. And just focus on the breathing. Now, this pose, just like the spinal twist, when you inhale, the belly swells with air and it pushes you out of the pose slightly. When you exhale, the belly goes in, so you go back into the pose. Start stuttering. You should go back into the pose a little bit more. Just focus on the breathing. Now palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back into a low lunge. Now with the low lunge, top foot to the floor in the back, knees to the floor. The back is straight. Maybe arched a little bit. Palms are to the floor. Maybe to the fingertips. Maybe you're up like this. Honestly, I feel like I should be up like this. But I'm not going to do that today because I feel like I can go down too. And then wherever you are, just make sure the front knee is not over the toe or over the toe too much. If it is, you want to lengthen up. You're opening up here and just focusing on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Again, when you focus on the breathing, your awareness heightens and you become aware of what's going on in the body. So maybe you feel stretch in the quad. You're like, man, I feel that. Don't focus on it. Just be aware of it. Maybe you feel something in the knee. Don't focus on it. Just be aware of it. Be cautious. All you're doing is focusing on the breathing. And even this pose, as static as it seems, you're still breathing, so the body's moving. You just focus on breathing. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up. Just going to go into the high lunge. We're not going to stay in the high lunge. We'll just use it as a transition pose. So the leg is straight. And now you're going to go into downward dog. Now with the downward dog, the arms are straight. Legs are straight. Tailbone is going to the ceiling. And you are pushing into this pose. So you're pushing, no tension in the neck, but you are pushing. And you're pushing right to the spot where you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle there, and accept where you are. Once you're settled, you just accept it. And just because you commit to it doesn't mean you can't change your mind once you're in it. Maybe you're in it for 8 seconds and you're feeling, man, I should come out a little bit. Bring yourself out of it. Or you feel like I can go a little further now, then go a little further. Listen to your body. You're becoming your own guru. And I wish I wasn't talking into the floor. I'll get a mic eventually. I'll get a mic. Microphone check. If it's too much, you can always go down the hands and knees. Modify it what you can. And now you're going to slide into the upper dog. So you drop down to the knees and the chest. You slide up. Now with the upper dog, tops of the feet are to the floor. Palms, of course, are to the floor. And then you modify it. Maybe you do the small cobra. Small cobra, just the chest is off the floor. No pressure on the hands, but the palms are touching the floor, but you're not using them. You're pulling up. You're focused on the breathing.
Now in this pose, if you're doing the upward dog and you're modifying it, or even if you're not, it can, man, I wish I could speak sometimes. It can become too much. So just bring yourself out of it. Go to hands and knees. Can't speak. And then back to downward dog. Pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Tailbones to the ceiling. You're pushing into the pose. Focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Heightens your awareness, makes you feel, hey, I feel something in my arms, or I feel fatigue in my arms, or I feel a little something in my back. You're not focused on that stuff. You're aware of it, but you're focused on the breathing. No tension in the neck, so the head dangles. And now left foot is up between the hands. That's the foot that you took back. So that's the one you bring back up so you can do the other side. Now, if you're not on the other side, switch. Make sure you get on the other side. Top of the foot to the floor in the back, knees to the floor. Hips are square and they're pushing forward. Back is straight, maybe arched. You're to your palms, maybe to your fingertips. Again, maybe you're up like this. This is comfortable to me. Go down a little bit, just a little bit. Wherever you are, make sure the front knee is not over the toe, and if it is, over the toes. If it is, lengthen up some. And then just focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else. Breathing. Subtle, accept, and focus. Let go of mindset of judgment. Control. Once you're in the pose, you're accepting it. And that's a mindset we're learning on the mat, acceptance. For me, I know, and I'm the yoga instructor, been a yoga instructor for 20 years. I know I can't do this pose so-called perfectly, the textbook pose, right? It's okay because it's perfect for me. And what you're doing is perfect for you. Even if you can do it so-called better, maybe you don't want to. So right then, it's perfect for you. We're learning acceptance, learning to listen to yourself, learning to be your own guru. Now we're going to go into the high lunge, curl the toes under in the back, knee goes up, settle here just for a second or two, and then move into the standing forward bend, palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs, pull yourself in and down, focusing on the breathing. Nothing else but the breathing. Now, keeping the palms together, reach out, up and back. And now we're going to do one more salutation. We're going to move into it a little faster. So palms push the air down and out. A little faster. Inhale. A little faster. Faster. Exhale, hinge forward, pull yourself in and down, focus on the breathing. I'm not going to stay in these poses long. Left leg is back, low lunge, opening up, focusing on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Then high lunge, downward dog, pushing into it, focusing on the breathing. Upward dog, or modify it how you have to. Focusing on the breathing. Downward dog, pushing into it. Left foot is up, between the hands, low lunge, opening up. Focusing on the breathing. And high lunge, standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Exhale, throw the palms out, push the air down and out. And then the mountain pose. Remember mountain pose?
Toes go up. Spread the toes as well as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent. Hips are tilted. No tension in the arms, the shoulders. And you're just focused on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. And again, just like when we were in the easy pose, you're watching yourself breathe. So just watch yourself breathe. Don't control it. Just watch it. We're just going to stay here a little bit longer. So watch yourself breathe. Find a spot where the skeleton is standing and watch yourself breathe. Bring the palms together. Namaste. That's it. So that's number 88 YouTube Live Yoga Routine. And I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace and love.